Hello, welcome back to Mo's Minute. We are here today at Olivet Memorial Park at the Olivet Columbarium, which is also where my great-grandfather is buried. We found his grave first. But I wanted to talk to you about Ishi. So Ishi was originally buried here. He was thought to be the last known member of the Native American Yahi tribe. And they were based probably up in the Sierra Nevadas. There's not really much known about him. He was born probably around 1861 in up on the tribal lands, like I said, probably up in the Sierra Nevadas. And most of the rest of the tribe was basically wiped out, whether it was by genocide or disease or little skirmishes that happened afterwards. We were not kind to Native Americans, and unfortunately his tribe was a victim of that. So he was not found until 1911, and he was found near Oroville. He had a couple of family members who were with him, but they didn't survive. A couple of them drowned in this skirmish where he was discovered, or before he was discovered. A couple of them, I think, ran away. He couldn't find them, and he was literally found by himself. He didn't even know what his name was, because the custom of that tribe was that you were not told, you couldn't speak your own name until somebody introduced you. And so he was found by an anthropologist, the anthropologist ended up taking care of him after he was found in Oroville. And when asked what his name was, he said, "I have no name because there was nobody left to name me." So they started calling him Ishi. And he was taken care of by this anthropologist at Berkeley. And, they got him a job. He worked. He was, studied. And he was the subject of a lot of books. Not studied in a bad way. But he was, they interviewed a lot because people wanted to learn more about the custom. Or his tribe and the custom of his tribe and, what had happened to him. And it's also believed that he was the last native manufacturer of stone arrowheads. But since he lived, most of his life, anywhere and everywhere, kind of scavenging, on his own, he wasn't in the best of health. And so he was, constantly sick. And in 1916, so only 5 years after he was found, in 1916, he died of tuberculosis. So they didn't want to cremate him, but somebody thought that cremation was the tribal custom. It turned out that was incorrect, but it was, too late. So they cremated him, but they sent his brain to the Smithsonian for God knows what. But yeah, they sent his brain to the Smithsonian. And later, in 2000, they found that there were closely linked descendants to the Yahi tribe, and that would be the Yana tribe. So they released his remains, which, like I said, were originally interred here. They released his remains to the Yana tribe, and got his brain back too, I think. And they then buried him, according to their custom, in a secret location. No one knows where. But yeah, that is the story of Ishi, the last known member of the Yahi Native American tribe. So, thank you for listening, and tune in later for another episode of Mo's Minute.